How many of you guys have gotten a lot of information from making yourself broke? Anybody? What did you learn? Did you learn that you love it or not so much? Maybe pieces of it, but really, did anybody here on this call come here to be broke? Is that really what you signed up for? Or are you just doing it to see what it's like and see how long you can last with no money? How's that going? What kind of information are you getting? That is a contribution to clarity, right? If you don't look at what you've created as wrong, you can receive the information you're getting from it and going, okay, so how's being broke working for me? What are all the different things I'm learning? I can tell you some of the things I've learned about being broke. One, I don't like it as much as I do like having money. It's just not as fun for me. The moment I choose it again, and for me, my broke level has changed. It used to be way down here. Now it's more like if I'm not making a certain amount per month, I'm broke, right? So that happens. But now when I hit that level again, because sometimes I do, last week was one of those weeks I'm like, never again. Like, never gonna live that way again. I got so clear. I am so clear that living with stress and no money absolutely is non-functional for me. I'm clear. I got the clarity I needed. Now, that kind of clarity comes with other clarity, that for me to have money, certain things are required of me. Like, for example, in my world, I am clear that my attention is really required right in my business, like all the time in my day, in cash creation. Growth and cash creation is where my attention is required for my life to work. So if I'm going to choose that, I got clear on some other things. I also like having a clean house. I cannot be the housekeeper and the business person at the same time. I don't have bandwidth for that. So clarity emerged with we were hiring a house cleaner on Friday. That requires money. I require to be in the business for money, for my house to be clean, for me to enjoy that. I also know that I don't have the time to go out and do grocery shopping all the time. Sometimes I can, but Instacart is my new friend. So one thing will give you the information that will give you the information to create the next thing, to create the next thing, to create the next thing. If, however, you're not utilizing the information, if you're not receiving the information that's coming from what you're choosing, if you're just judging what's showing up and not receiving it as information, you won't be able to create what's next. So how many of you have been refusing the information you're receiving? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy it and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys, COVIDs, and beyond. Now, having said that, I do recognize that a lot of the information that you are receiving will require something different of you to outcreate it. So let's say you're receiving information about money and you're like, okay, I've done this broke thing for a while. What else is possible that I've never considered? What would I need to be, do, choose that's different for this to totally change? Now, clarity will always require of you more than you've been willing to give so far. If you have been doing unawareness and unconsciousness with money, getting clear on money will require you to be more present. It will require you to go through the uncomfort of looking at your backlog. It will require of you to get stronger in sales, for example, in your business. It will require of you to maybe show up more so you can get more visible so that you can have more sales if you're in business. It would require of you to ask for more at work or maybe find a different job. Like clarity, getting clear with money will require of you different things. So how many of you are avoiding clarity so you don't have to step up and be more of you? And everything that is times a godzillion, will you destroy it and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pop, all nine shorts, boys, COVIDs, and beyonds. How many of you might be avoiding the responsibility of clarity? If you don't know, then you're not responsible. Don't look at it. Then you don't have to know. If you don't have to know, then you don't have to be responsible for it. It doesn't exist, right?